Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Hot Desk, your quick tips and tricks on operating the Real Desk platform. I'm Mark, your chief desk jockey. Today we're talking about referrals. How does it work when your agent is in the enviable position of receiving a referral check? How do you make sure that that gets processed correctly, quickly, efficiently? What's the difference between a referral and a referral deal? This is all the stuff that we're going to cover today. So we brought referrals and referral deals as a concept really into the platform for a couple of reasons. The first being that sometimes brokerages would receive these checks out of nowhere and be like, what is this? And the second problem is once they asked around and somebody put up their hand and said, that's for my referral, sometimes they would just endorse that check over to the agent. Income reporting for T4A purposes, you want to have all of the commission income that the agent receives processed through the platform so that the T4A will be accurate. So referrals and referral deals were created to solve that problem. So first step in this, when an agent has signed a referral agreement with another brokerage or with a developer, with a mortgage provider, as we go into the transaction room and enter a referral. So this is the agent's part. They'll go in here, they'll click add referral, they'll pick the client that they want to refer, they'll hit submit, and then they'll be asked for a very small amount of information relative to a full deal. So let's say they're just getting a $1,000 flat fee. The follow-up date is used to differentiate between an active referral versus what's considered an expired referral. You can still find the referral even after the follow-up date passes in the expired section versus the active section. So we'll just pick a date here, and then we'll select an office. The agent doesn't have to use this field, but it can be good if it is done through another brokerage. So we'll pick one here, and we'll pick the agent, and that will auto-populate all of that information. If it's something that is not a brokerage, again, a developer or something like that, you can always just hand type these fields. And that's pretty much it. You can mandate through your form settings that a referral agreement or other document be provided. I'm gonna go ahead and submit the referral, and that is approved through the transaction room, just like any other buying deal, listing, and so on. Then the next part comes when you actually do receive a check. This is the part that is often fairly confusing to our brokers and admins because this is the only type of deal that is added by the admin and that the agent can't actually do through the transaction room. And the logic behind that is that this check is usually received into the office, and the agent won't really know when that referral has been paid out. So that's why we have the admin create this through the referrals section. To create that referral deal, you go to referrals in the left nav. If it so happens that the date has passed, you can find it in the inactive section. This is the referral that we just created. So I expand this by hitting the view button and then go all the way down. We find the buying referral. So you're looking for this small button that says referral deal. You click that, and then you get a shortened version of what you would do for a typical deal. And another part that kind of trips people up sometimes is that you may not actually have all of this information. If you don't have the MLS number, for instance, because it's just not relevant, you can always click this no MLS box and it'll assign you an MLS number. Because of our database structure, every deal has to have some sort of MLS number associated with it, so feel free to use this if you don't know the information. Deal price, you may also not have, and it may not be relevant in a case where this person's just going to get a $1,000 flat fee. So again, it's mandatory to have something in here, but feel free to just put this as $1. Then rather than using a percentage, you would just use a flat commission amount, right? So let's say $1,000. It's going to warn you that the commission price is greater than the purchase price, which is fine. So this person's going to get their $1,000 flat fee. We're going to hit set commissions. You may not even have necessarily the address if it's a new build, so you can always go through. Again, because of the structure of the database, this is mandatory information. You may not know the possession date either. The important part is we've received $1,000 and we're going to pay out $1,000. So let's go ahead and hit submit. And then the last stage is actually paying this deal out. You may notice as well that there is no conveyance process because that's typically not necessary. If you do need to send an invoice for that referral fee, and just in the last couple weeks, we've released this feature of having additional invoices. So if you need to send an invoice to the referring brokerage, for instance, you can click on this other brokerage invoice and it'll generate that fee to the other brokerage for the full commission plus the GST amount. But In most cases, you will already have received a check by the time you're doing this. So you can go in here, you can receive your payment into trust from the referring broker. $1,000 deposited today, process the payment. And then you can use create payments for this deal, as you typically would, to transfer that money over. And then you'll pay your realtor out as you normally do. We have a 10% split in this person's commissions. If you want to do something different, of course, you can always change that. Sometimes on referral deals, you might not charge a deal fee or a split, but in this case, let's just leave it as 10%. Let's go ahead and recover this outstanding expense too for this membership fee. We'll create the payments and off we go. So we received $1,000 plus GST. We paid ourselves based on the deal fee, the split plus the expense, and the realtor ends up getting $819. And that's all there is to it. We successfully generated a referral, generated the referral deal, and paid it out. And that's all you have to do. And thanks as always for being part of the Real Desk community.